So the circus salon is a clothing store on the front. There's a little door at the back. You go through the door, you come out into a whole different world, Narnia. It's a little bar called Backdoor Bodega. So Backdoor Bodega is actually, it started as a little pantry bar for us, me and the guys who work at the shop and friends. That's what it started as, like 2016. Now it's a proper cocktail bar.
I see. So, I mean, a couple years ago, speakeasy bars were on the rise, with multiple speakeasy bars in Georgetown. However, not many survive until today. What do you think is the secret recipe for Backdoor Bodega still, functioning until today? I mean, right now it's MCO, but you are still selling products and whatnot.
I think I don't have a direct answer for that, but I feel like the few things that made Backdoor Bodega slightly different was, number one, I am not from a bar background. I wasn't a bartender, I wasn't a mixologist. So I guess I saw things differently and I did things differently. I'm not saying that I did all the right things differently, but differently in the sense where when I started the bar, it was more of an idea. So 2016, I was in KL for like 10 years prior to that. So, you take for granted all the cocktail bars that are available at KL. So when I came back to Penang, I wanted to go for a cocktail. There were no cocktail bars besides Mishmash. Everywhere else was like beers, clubs. There were no cocktail bars. So I thought then I'll just set up a little cocktail bar. And you have to go back to the origins of a cocktail bar, the speakeasy. So the reason why speakeasies came about was because of the prohibition in the 1920s in the US, right? And cocktails came about because people from speakeasies themselves. So all these hidden bars, they weren't allowed to sell alcohol legally. So they had to think of ways to serve their drinks. That's how, you probably have a Long Island iced tea because it does not look like alcohol, but it actually is an alcohol. So that's how cocktails basically came about. So I, being the idealistic guy I am and the branding guy I am, I decided that if I were to set up a speakeasy bar, it has to be somewhat of a real speakeasy. So that's how Backdoor Bodega was branded as a pin shop, right? So the initial idea was you come to Backdoor, we are a pin shop, we don't sell drinks, but if you buy a pin at this price, you get a drink for free. So technically that's, how it would work. So I was really happy about the whole concept because it worked that way. But then it also turned out that people really like this little quirky nonsense, and that's why I guess people kept coming because of the whole, you buy a pin. So the whole little concept, which wasn't really the initial idea for me to market the way. In fact, Backdoor Bodega has been really anti-marketing. We've been trying not to market ourselves because it's such a small place and we really don't want to be a mainstream bar since we started.
Let's talk a little bit about your vaccination-inspired cocktails. How did you develop this idea?
I have to give credit to Giap, who's my manager, bartender. So he was the one that came up with the vaccine idea. This was right after the this year's lockdown, which was in May, right? And then at that point we didn't know how long the lockdown was going to take. So at the end of May, then we had this little meeting and I told them okay guys, I think we gotta get back to doing bottled cocktails because this is gonna last a while. And so we brainstormed for ideas and Giap said, why don't we, do like a vaccine-inspired cocktail? And then I found out that the bottles that we were using for our takeaway cocktails, which were introduced to us by CK from Kohli in KL, they were actually legit injection vials. So like for all injections, all the antibiotics that come packaged, it's in those vials. Those are the exact bottles for it. So I felt that it fit perfectly for the concept, and then I got to designing the different brands of the cocktails. And we actually put quite a bit of thought into it. So we have the Pfizer Meister, which is a play on the Pfizer vaccine. Pfizer is a German brand, so we used all the German ingredients, and that's how Jägermeister came into it. Then there's the Sino Sour, play on the Sinovac, so it's baijiu and all the sour plum kind of Chinese elements. And then there's the AstraZeneca, which is a play on the AstraZeneca, which is British, English or British, I don't know. So there's gin, there's London Dry Gin, there's Pimm's, there's all the English ingredients. That's how we came up with the whole concept.
And how did the community receive it? Did they receive it really well?
Yeah, I think we might have accidentally went viral again, ish. Because I guess it's also because it's something that people want to show. I mean, like, I guess everyone is stuck at home and they want something for their feed, something for their story. So I feel it worked towards our advantage. I also felt like it's very, some people might think it's not a good thing, it's not really the craft or the cocktail or what. But then I feel like it's kind of similar to the Lancy brand, whereby it becomes somewhat of a novelty item, whereby it's something that you really want to share with your friends. So a lot of people, like half the customers that buy the clothes from my store actually are buying it for someone else because they think it's a nice gift for someone that they know. So I think this is also the same case whereby we have a lot of people that are buying for their friends. And also they felt it's something that they are really excited about and they want to share. So that really worked in our favor, I guess, and kept the lights on for the past couple of months so far.